Because we're getting in some breaking news. There has been a new twist to the recent death of Jayalalithaa, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, with actress Gautami now writing a letter to the Prime Minister over the late Chief Minister's death. Now, the actress claims that Jayalalitha's sudden death was tragic and extremely unsettling, but also pointed out that there was a number of unanswered questions about the way she was hospitalized and the way her treatment was carried out. And therefore, she has written to the Prime Minister expressing her concerns. She has even questioned the secrecy and the isolation of the Chief Minister ever since she was hospitalized in September. Gautami also questions as to who were the people who were looking after the late Chief Minister and even taking decisions on her behalf. Let's go straight across to India Today's Pramod for more on this. Pramod, you know, I read the contents of the letter that the actress has written to the Prime Minister. She seems to be asking a lot of questions about the secrecy around the late Chief Minister's death, with an emphasis on who were the people who were taking decisions on behalf of the Chief Minister. What does that make of it?
Well, Avantika, what Gautami has written on her blog as a letter to the Prime Minister is nothing but a various set of questions in the mind of every citizen of Tamil Nadu. Everybody knew that Sasikala was the person who was along with Gautami, who was along with Jayalalithaa, and now Gautami asks a question because during the last day when at Rajaji Hall, you could see a lot of family members of Sasikala, people who were actually asked by Jayalalithaa to leave the Poets Garden. Now they are back, and now that is actually causing a little bit of concern to the many politicians in AIADMK party itself. And moreover, whatever question she has asked seems to be only valid because whatever the details or data we got from Apollo Hospital was of a very minimal value. And not just that, even when the health secretary or the health minister did not give any kind of information about what was happening with the Chief Minister's health. The question, I would say, what Gautami has asked is a very valid question, Avantika.
Absolutely. Now, there is also a section of people in Tamil Nadu, Pramod, who suspect foul play. Now, that really doesn't come through this letter that the actress has written to the Prime Minister. But, you know, you covered the late Chief Minister's entire burial ceremony in such close proximity. What is it now that, you know, people have absorbed the news? What is it that people on the ground have been talking about? Are they also raising similar questions?
Well, Avantika, for now, I would say that the people in Tamil Nadu are, first of all, have to come out of this shock that they have lost a Chief Minister. For instance, they see the Chief Minister's face in each and every road, every bus stand, every product, even anything they go out, you see the Chief Minister's face in every other product. It makes them feel that the Chief Minister is still alive and the Chief Minister is still there, because even when she was at the hospital for 75 days, nobody saw her, but the state was running on her name. The same thing, even when she was in power, you don't get to see the Chief Minister all the time, but the state was running. So that kind of feel is still there. It will take another 2 or 3 days for them to understand. Maybe by Wednesday, when the current Chief Minister, O. Selvam, becomes the Chief Minister and goes to sit in the chair in the Secretariat, that's when the truth will sink that they have Jayalalithaa has gone. But still, there are a lot of questions. But people are still trying to come out of the extreme shock that they lost Chief such surprise.
Absolutely. And Pramod, you know, the Chief Minister's death certainly has left a deep void in the state. Gautami's questions through that blog does assume a lot of significance, because they also echo with the thoughts of several political observers, not just in the state, but across the country as well.
Yes, Avantika, the total void that this.
Okay, so we will just get back to Pramod in a short bit and speak about this letter that actor Gautami has written to the Prime Minister. She has asked several questions related to the late Chief Minister's treatment ever since she was hospitalized at the Apollo Hospital, and the secrecy over the Chief Minister's death. She has questioned just why was there no, steady stream of information that was sent out by the hospital. She asks who were the people who were besides the Chief Minister, who were the people who were responsible for taking the decisions while the Chief Minister was receiving treatment, and she questions us by showing you why there was secrecy and isolation of our beloved public leader. That is the letter that has been written by actor Gautami to the Prime Minister. She in fact has spoken of her anguish. She even says through that letter that she's extremely pained by the developments that have happened over the last 3 days, and therefore that has really prompted her to write this letter through her blog to the Prime Minister. So that's the big news that we're getting in right now about Gautami writing a letter to the Prime Minister and asking several questions related to the late Chief Minister's death.